It's been 7 years as of now since the last Dead Rising game, and in that time we only had one DLC, Frank Rising. Other than that, we're meant to get a 5th game, but that never happened due to Capcom Vancouver, the helper of Dead Rising 3 and 4, sadly went bankrupt. But was it Capcom's fault for the downfall of the Dead Rising series, or was it the community's? Hello, my name is Mr. Collider, and today I'm showing you why Dead Rising 4 failed. First of all, we need to talk about the community, as this video is mainly going to be talking about the negative reviews on the game and why it failed so badly. First of all, we need to explain this statement right here. It says here, too easy due to regenerated health and abundance of healing items and easy to make powerful weapons combination. This shows that they were trying to make the game somewhat easier for players, and I will admit this game was very easy. I mean, you can have over 7 healing items, and not only that, you can also regenerate as well, making bosses very easy to beat as well. And not only that, you can craft combo weapons very quickly, as you can see, and they're very overpowered. There is also another statement that also explains why Dead Rising 4 was a bad game. It says right here that Dead Rising 4 tries too hard to be funny and fails. I don't know what they were saying, but I actually found the game somewhat funny.
Alright, let's see. November. Yes! Oh, yes! You are one sexy little surveillance sticker. I'm going to take you to a computer and watch you so hard.
But I do see Frank changing as a character as well. As in Dead Rising 1, we see that Frank only cares about getting a good story out of this and even taking life risks to take a photograph for his story. But now, in Dead Rising 4, that takes 16 years after the first Willamette outbreak, we see him change to more of a boomer dad. I mean, the guy is 52 in his second outbreak, the guy's still got some moves. Anyways, he acts like a goofy teenager, acting mouthy towards psychopaths and even his friends.
Think anyone's gonna set these things loose with a gun? No. No, the plan was coffee farmers.
Really? Oh, well, there is a lot of money in coffee.
Or manufacturing, or meat packing, or fucking fruit, I don't know.
Peanuts. Peanuts are hard to harvest, just a thought.
Now I'm going to be talking about why Dead Rising failed as a game. From a game that got an 85 Metacritic scored, that sold 500,000 copies in its first 2 weeks, and as of now sold 16 million copies worldwide, making it Xbox 360's most memorable game, and Capcom's 6th most successful game, to a game that only got a 72 Metacritic scored, and only sold 1.4 million worldwide copies. But why was Dead Rising 4 so bad? We can't just jump into conclusion and say it was bad because it didn't have what the old Dead Rising had. No, we must find out why it was a bad game and what made it flop in the first place. And after a bit of digging, I found the same review saying it over and over and over again. And they keep saying that they removed the old countdown timer, which was a key part in Dead Rising 1, 2 and 3. But I do understand why they removed it. So the newer players can explore the new map and find secrets and all the blueprints to all weapons. But what confuses me is that 95% of pretty much all the people who bought Dead Rising 4 came from the old Dead Risings. In my opinion, what they could have done is they could have added a timer from the original game but make it longer. As you can see that the map is very big, so instead of doing the 72-hour time that they did in the old Dead Risings, they could have done a 120-hour timer, which is a 5 in-game days. As a player can still explore the map, look for blueprints and still level up while having a timer, so they have to play through the game normally. But when they complete the game, they should give the players a sandbox mode when there's no timer and the player can look around and still find all secrets and blueprints. But what really confuses me is that in Frank Rising, they added a 1 hour and 30 minute real life timer. Not only that they didn't add a timer, some of the newer players can literally get to level 100 if they have the time and become very powerful early on without the feeling of a timer going off in the background. Also, another reason why the game failed was because how powerful the weapons are. In Dead Rising 2, we can see that the weapons are very balanced, not too powerful and not too weak. We can also see that the Blambo is probably one of the most powerful guns in the game, but is very balanced because they made it only have 10 shots, making it very useful and also making it very balanced. But in Dead Rising 4, we can see pretty much all the weapons are not balanced whatsoever. As you can see, the weapon I am using is killing a horde of zombies like a hot knife through butter. And some of the guns can melt down a horde of zombies in seconds, making getting zombie kills very, very easy. And not only that, the exosuits in this game are very, very overpowered. As you can see, I'm destroying this horde of zombies with ease. Also, another reason is the inventories in this game. In the older games, we can see that we have a limited number of slots for everything. Like, if you want to have heals, you also have to have it in the same inventory that you have with guns or a weapon. But in Dead Rising 4, it has a place for everything. Like 8 slots for guns, another 8 slots for melee weapons, and another 8 slots for your throwables. And even your healing items have a place too as well. I mean, you can literally just press a button and boom, you just healed, making bosses very easy to cheese. Also making this game too easy to beat for the older players, making them think this game is literally a joke and a waste of money. Now onto my opinion, and I actually quite like this game. I think this game is a bit funny with some of the quotes that Frank says.
Where are we going anyway?
Just hear me out.
You said we were gonna go play mini golf.
Respectfully, Professor, I can't actually believe you fell for that.
I love mini golf.
And I do love the gore in this game, and the ragdoll physics are very, very good. And I also like collecting all the scrap you can find and collect, which you can spend and buy, something that we haven't seen since Dead Rising 2. As you can see, I even got 1 million scrap, and I'm nearly level 100, and I've killed well over 100,000 zombies. And I also have 3-day playtime in real life. And it's one of my favourite games to play in December, as this is actually a Christmas game. And I also like how this game links to the first Willamette outbreak when it talks about Dr. Barnesi's research and Frank Tourette's old character. And I love the amount of clothing you can wear in this game. I mean, you can literally wear a shark costume if you really want to. And this game is very, very fun to mess around in. So, what really made Dead Rising 4 a bad game for the community? Well, it could possibly be about the timer's not a thing anymore, or the fact that Frank West is acting more cocky. Well, no, the main reason why it dropped in popularity was the game being too easy for players, and the reviews that I have seen everywhere saying the same thing, it was too easy. Now, the most important question is, will we ever see another Dead Rising game? And sadly, the answer is no, as Capcom Vancouver company collapsed and Blue Castle Games, the company that helped make Dead Rising 2, was bought by Capcom and also renamed to Capcom Vancouver, later on making it go into bankruptcy as well. So sadly, it's pretty much impossible to even think about a Dead Rising game happening ever again, let alone a DLC. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.